Hello everybody and welcome to a very special episode on Usually Fixing Tinkering, presented here at Knockhill Racing Circuit in Scotland. Oh yes, the Full Focus Preservation Club is having its first national meet of 2025 at this lovely venue, thanks to a lovely friend, Craig Shovlin, who you've seen in the previous episode on Mr. Inc, where we discovered some dangerous defects. I'm pleased to announce that that car is driving very nicely and has been joined by a lot of other Mark 1s today in amongst this Easter event at Knockhill, with plenty of cars to see. And the Preservation Club is showing some amazing examples today. Ignore the Mondo, that doesn't count. So, the banner is shining thoroughly. And what I will do, I'm going to go down this row of Mark 1s in a second. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go veer off and just show you what's turned up. I'll try to see some interesting cars that I think you guys would be interested to see. We have a lot of racing cars, Peugeot 406 quite lowered. God, remember when these were everywhere? Wow. Still running very nicely. Some Focuses over here, mixed up with Audis, Passats, VW Golfs, some newer Seats. Very crisp indeed. Just have a glance around. Subaru. Ooh. We've got a Honda Civic Type R Owners Club, so yeah. See plenty of these near me. Nice to see an Owners Club here on this day. Excuse the sound. Got some more over here. Veering over here. We got a Jaguar Type S over there, which is quite nice actually. When was the last time you actually saw a Jaguar Type S actually? I'm just veering towards over here. I'm going to actually go near the track. There is live racing going on in the background as per usual, as you would expect. But interestingly, if I just veer over here, oh yes, some of you may have noticed this lovely Fiesta Mark III on an F registration. Oh yes, 1.1L. Very, very original this car. Only the wheels have been changed. Yeah, this car's really captured my attention today. Best car of the day, best car of the day. Very, very, yeah, I'm biased when I say that, but it has to be. Seeing an F registration, there's only about 12, 13 of them that I'm aware that exist. So that will be joining Ruby one day, very, very soon. I got a Mini, a Vauxhall, these are all the range VXRs. God, I remember when these were around 10 to a penny actually. They seem to be quite dying off actually. You know, Focus RS, Ultimate Green. Ultimate green. Pings like anything, that colour. Got a few over here. Got some. Well, by the way, this is the Scottish Road Runners Club, so it's a whole club in itself. So a mix of everything basically. We've got some racing going on down there now. I am going to bring you more closer to the action down there. Got a load of models being sold. I've been given a very, very nice Ford Focus model by my friend Craig. You can see the cars veering off. I'll try and get down there in a second. I'm going to veer off to this side because there's more cars down here. Right, we're on the other side now, and I was forewarned actually that there'd be a lot of Mark 7 Fiesta STs in every colour, shape and form. 100%. I think we've got some Mark 6s over there, which is quite interesting. Again, all STs. It is the Scottish ST Owners Club, right? All STs, mostly Mark 7s and Mark 6s. Dyno testing, I'm not quite sure what that is about. Oh dear, he's got problems. Knockhill is huge, and this has been on the cars for some time. The roads to get down here were absolutely amazing. There's a reason why Scottish roads are a pleasure to drive down, and a Focus Mark 1 especially felt quite at home, and quite a few of these cars are right at home down here. Right, we come down to the racetrack. Blimey. Oh. I'm no good at commentary. Oh my goodness. Mark 6. Focus Mark 1 there. Well, at least we got one Focus Mark 1 there. That's the first one of the day, actually. I think there's only the one. Wow. We'll wait for them to come round again. That was fun. Let's go again. Go. This is the Focus. Oh. You could smell the octane. Right, now we've seen a bit of that, let's go to the cars. Right, back at the lineup. Right, you know how this works. Yeah, so Mr. Ink has received some really nice new parts, drove here effortlessly with that cruise control. What a pleasure. I mean, I've added to the stone chips on the bonnet. Plenty of stone chips all over the place. Yep, definitely been pummeled. But it's all good. It's one of those things. It's a used car. What do you expect? But looking much more cleaner is David Harding's green saloon. Pacific Green 1.8 saloon. And by the way, a little fact, these lovely gear wheel trims, if you bought a pre-facelift gear 1.6 or 1.8 petrol, you got the wheel trims. If you got the 2 litre petrol, you got alloys. And as we kind of discussed, the 2 litre gear is almost a Gear X. Remember the Gear X? They kind of got rid of that with Mark 4s, but with the Mark 1 Focus, they didn't really bother with it. The Mark 4 Fiestas, I should say. So they got rid of it around that time. You had it on all the Fords. So the 2 litre gear is technically a spec above because it has everything. There are no optional packs for this because it has all the equipment anyway. But this car doesn't quite have everything. But as I say, lovely chrome strip at the front. David's done one or two things. He's added some underbonnet sound deafening direct from Ford. £106 that costs, but he's done it. That's something that Mr. Ink now currently doesn't have because of mice damage. I'll come back to that. But it has the early interior with the Venice trim. Okay, but it is a midnight black interior. Okay, so we got the black ash center console, midnight black version of the Venice seat trim. This lovely velvet side pattern. I can't remember what the name is for that actually, with the sunroof, etc. But anyway, lovely to see this car. I'll just veer around here, and got the chrome exhaust piece at the back. It always looks a little bit on the low side actually. I think the rubber might have gone on the exhaust hanger, but very, very tidy car. Brilliant. Wearing Avon tyres. Then we have Adam's TDDI. I was going to say TDCI then, he's laughing in the background. Because for 54 plate, for someone to have bought, no, I want a TDDI engine, not the TDCI, because it was still available. Ridiculously, they didn't actually get rid of the TDDI engine. It was superseded by the TDCI, but it kept on going through the facelifts. But they were very, very rare, and that's why he bought it. He knew what it was and he bought it. He has added, since the last time we saw this car, some lovely MP3 alloys, and they are absolutely astonishingly clean and tidy. Hardly any scratches. Because of the surface area of these wheels, they tend to get really scratched up quickly. They don't tend to look very good unless they have been refurbed. These are not refurbished. They look amazing, and yeah, they go well. The car sits higher now because these are a really decent size. Okay, the only 17s that I believe you could get apart from ST170 alloys. Absolutely amazing. just come back round here. Adam has been killing the flies as well, but nevertheless, really, really nice car. And then we've got, again, Adam Joe's car, an 05 plate. In fact, one thing we discovered about this 05 registration, it's not the fact that it doesn't have Zetec SE written on the cam cover. There's nothing, because obviously on an 05 plate, the Mark II Focus would have had the Sigma engine rebranded from a Zetec SE to a Duratec. So I suspect that's why they got rid of the Zetec SE branding on this car. Also, he doesn't have any sound insulation on the back panel. It's all been ripped out. You know the stuff I've ripped out on 50 Shades? It doesn't exist on this car. So another cost-cutting measure, but probably a good thing because they go nasty over time. I believe that is the Martyr trim. Yeah, because it's an LX, you get the Martyr seat trim. So it's a bit of a half moon sort of design. Very nice. He's had some retro number plates fitted with new screws because these were causing a bit of a problem. Steels of Hereford. He had a problem with one of the screws was starting to spin on its mounting on the inside. That's happened before. But anyway, a very nice car. A very late example. In fact, the only 05 plate that I'm aware about in the club. They do exist, but they're quite rare. It's usually 54 plates that are quite common. Lovely, in ink blue. Tonic blue, ink blue. I'm biased towards that colour. And obviously, this car, well, this is a rare car. Now, this is even rarer. So, well, those of you who know, I bought Mr. Ink off Jason over there. This is his new car. It is a Ford Focus Edge TDCi. Would you believe it? Yes. 95% of the Edge model, which is a run-out model for those who don't know, are petrols. Only about 5% of them are diesels. And to my calculation, there is less than 150 of these that exist on the roads. And he managed to buy one. And yes, I know, he's put 16-inch ones on, but they look nice. 16-inch Zetec wheels, why not? In fact, these were sold by Adam with a TDDI gear. Very nice indeed, and that's how we help each other. Got the nice Edge badge there, and we will have in here the Araya seat trim, just little dots of various different sizes. I don't know what sort of optical illusion that presents, but still, got some wind deflectors by Hecco. They sit. I always think these never quite fitted my Black Freed or 50 Shades as well when I had them fitted years ago, but some fit better than others. And obviously we've got the full-on TDCi under here, okay, 115, stupid amounts of torque. Quite frankly, it should be on that track. It'd be giving some cars a very hard time on the start line. This would pull away instantly. It'd be the long-term acceleration that it would get caught by the petrols. But very nice in here indeed. Very cluttered, as you can see, and this actually, I did notice, it's still got the actual under tray, the engine under tray underneath. They go missing, they get ripped off, and they go to get chucked out. I'm not surprised, considering that it's a bit of a pain to get it off every time you need to work on the thing, but still, there is a reason why it's there. And we have the correct special edition brochure. That was for the Flight and the Edge. The Focus Flight was also the run-out model, and how appropriate that next door to the Edge we have a Focus Flight. This is owned by my friend Tony, who is also an admin on the group, a very important admin, and he has driven all the way from Leighton Buzzard in Kent with this car in 7.5 hours. Seamless driving, no problems at all. And you know what? I'm not surprised. This is also not wearing what it should be wearing. So the Flight Edition should be wearing the trims, so the gear trims that David Harding's saloon has. That is what should be fitted to this Flight originally, okay? But again, 16-inch Zetec alloys, when they come up, they look nice and they are attractive, and plenty of people will do so and continue to do so. I'm not the only one, but it would have had, there you go, that would be the original appearance. There's actually a couple of brochures. There's that one, which is a single A4 sheet, and then you've got the other brochure, which is that, and he's done a fold out. Oh, he's done the complete fold out. By the way, the Focus Flight, for those who don't know, it's based on an LX. The Edge is based on a Zetec. So this is actually a Zetec specification, okay, with the diesel lump in this case, okay. Flight is an LX with some added gizmos, but mainly an LX. Now, the seat trim in this car is what we call the Araya seat trim. Well, actually, no, that's the Solomon seat trim, excuse me. In the Edge with the dots, it's the Araya. In this, it's got the Solomon seat trim. There you go. Those of you who don't know, you know now. This is in Radiant Red. Colorado Red. I was going to say Radiant Red. That was the early colour. Radiant Red was the early solid colour, pre-facelift. Facelifts, it virtually had changed to Colorado Red. And it is it's more of a vibrant red than Radiant Red. In fact, it looks so nice, I would almost confuse it as some sort of metallic, even if it wasn't sparkly. Really, really nice car, and it shows off extremely nicely. Especially now the sun has come out at Knockhill. Not to be expected actually. I was expecting rain today. Beautiful. Really nice example. Then we have a lovely ST170. Goodness me, this is really, really nice. Now, one thing I noticed, this is pretty much a daily driver, and it's got a Vibro, that anybody will know that is a solid mount, a Vibro Technics mount, and they actually are very good. They're known for their stiffness versus a hydro mount. Now, the original hydro mounts were made for a combination of stiffness to reduce engine rocking and engine vibration in the cabin, but also obviously some refinement as well. There'll be some elements of softness. Now, these Vibro Technics, they may create a little bit of vibration in the cabin, but they keep the engine rock steady. And I believe that the rear swing mount has been changed for a solid torque mount, which will be made by the same company as Vibro Technics. But overall, really nice to see. What I also like to see with a standard ST170 is the cover on the coil pack. This is often ripped off and is missing, and it just fits really, really nicely onto this cover. Obviously, Cosworth tuned head, strengthened underpinnings of what is a Zetec E engine that I've got in mind. But apart from that, they're all the blacktop Zetec engine. That's what it is. It's a blacktop Zetec engine that's been even more heavily strengthened at the bottom and tweaked at the top for just more top-end torque and grunt. That's it. That's all it is. But honestly, really nice to see. Got all the completely different inlet manifold at the back there. It's completely different with the inlet manifold runner control. They can sometimes play up, but it's just to vary the intake runners. Very, very clever. Moons are silver, quite common for an ST170, and getting these caps are really difficult these days, but I think I might just give him some parts numbers just to see if, as I say, he wants to get some spare caps. They are quite tricky. We've got the blue waffle seats in there, so it's the half leather blue waffle, which is a very nice combination, especially if it's not full leather. It is preferable to get full-on Recaros, but that was quite a rare option on ST170s. The full-on Recaro seats were very rarely specified as an option. People just didn't want to pay the extra. Strangely, that is the original back box with the original sort of oval shaped end piece to the exhaust, and that's really nice to see actually, because most, well, with the originals would have gone the way of the wind, and I'm not sure whether aftermarket ones you can get something looking as good. So yeah, stunning, absolutely stunning. Obviously a 3-door ST170, even more preferable over a 5-door. Nothing against 5 doors, but you want a 3-door when it comes to the sports version. It's like a 3-door Zetec. A little bit biased there myself. Now, this is astonishingly nice. This car is owned by Roland, who I've only just met today, and this car has attracted a lot of attention today. Another Zetec collection, but in diamond white. When was the last time you saw a Mark 1 Focus in diamond white that wasn't an ex-police vehicle? I don't know is the answer. It is completely and utterly original. Something we were actually discussing today, these fog lamps, they are unique to these bumpers. Now these are known as Zetec collection front bumpers, but really I've said that myself, but did you know that these were an accessory from the launch of the car? These are known as, basically the front and rear bumpers are known as RS bumpers, and they were an accessory. I've not seen any proof that anybody bought a standard Zetec, or you could buy any car, LX, Zetec or Gear, and fitted these bumpers to it. Nobody did that. So what Ford probably did is thought, we've got all these bumpers hanging around, nobody's buying them. I tell you what, we'll come up with a limited edition and we'll stick the bumpers on it. And the same for these wheels. Now these wheels are quite common amongst a lot of special limited editions. These were an accessory from 1998, but again, not many people bought them. I tell you what, there's some severe racing going on down there, a lot of smoke. Not many people bought them. Again, like the bumpers, we'll chuck it on a special limited edition and get them out of the door. Not massively favoured, but honestly, this diamond white, I'm biased when it comes to this colour. You know what I'm like with ruby. It just has that little creamy tinge. White with a little bit of cream. Actually quite tricky to polish up as a solid colour, but nevertheless, lovely. Amandine seats, really, really well presented, and he drives this thing very regularly, pretty regularly, and that's even more amazing. And these are being added just to protect the paint over time, and you know what, that's lovely to see. It's got the original exhaust as well. It is incredibly tidy. It's just had some window tinting. I think the windows have been tinted to about sort of 80-90%, I think, at the back, so not 100% tint, but very, very close to. Really nice. That's quite distracting. The last car of all is thanks to Craig Chauvin. This is his silver. Obviously, if you've watched previous episodes, you will know this car inside out. And just a thank you to Craig Chauvin for organising this meetup, because without him, this wouldn't have taken place with as much, a communication as what was needed to organise the registrations and get our club in the door. And I'm really glad we've turned up, because, wow, we definitely stand out, don't we?
You've been burning rubber?
No, I try not to burn rubber. No, I stay away from that, trust me. But no, this is a lovely example. It's had a new engine that I did speak about before, and he's just gone over a few little things. The one thing that is annoying him is that he's spent a little bit of money on new sort of strut and coil kit. The problem is, as you can see, it hasn't settled. That's appalling. That really is appalling. I could get my head in there, and I'm sure Craig would not be, he's not impressed by it. So he's going to look to get some, just slightly slightly lowered springs, but only a little bit, just to bring it down. The rear, again, I'm not sure what's happened there, why it's sitting so high. That's quite annoying. So I think Craig's going to look at lowering springs all the way around. He'll get that done in 2 seconds. You know, you've seen him work on Mr. Ink on that awful job. He's the most capable person of doing it very, very quickly. And sometimes even I need help. So thank you, Craig, for this. Right, as an added treat, we are about to take Craig Chauvin's Focus Silver around the track. This is something you weren't expecting, neither was I. No. tyres up. The limit. Right, so we're up against this, yeah, considerably. This is going to be interesting.
Very interesting.
Oh dear.
Just at least we're not against the RS6.
Yeah.
Man, I mean, listen to it.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm getting interviewed with Duncan Vincent here. Oh no.
Yeah. Okay, 2 at a time. The loser goes off. We're against that. Wow. That wasn't too bad towards the start.
I don't know who won that there.
No. Well done. Well done. Well, in the end, we got absolutely thumped by that Fiesta, but that was usual. But he only just won. Only just won there.
Only just by half a car.
We were given, if you didn't hear that, we were given a 3-second start, and we just lost. Considering that that's a full-blown car, fully blown. This is not modified in any respect.
Race engine, fully stripped, caged.
Yeah.
When I was talking to the owner there, it's got an ST170 gearbox, limited slip differential.
Okay.
So it's a proper tractor.
Yeah.
This is a standard car.
Is
This is a totally standard road car.
That's not bad.
We absolutely shocking tyres there.
Yeah.
When I was going there, it was wheel spinning.
Yeah, no, I could hear that. It's not bad. It's not bad. It's not bad. Fun. That's what it's about.
But
Take care, guys.
It's all fun.
Exactly. Take care.